He would chase her around 24/7. He wanted not much to do with any of the other ladies. He was primarily focused on her. I got them as babies in college, and if you raise them together and they happen to be male and female, they sort of pair up a little bit. You raise a male, whoever the first female that they come in contact with, they will sort of be bonded to her. Their first love, they sort of just were more inclined to pursue them over the course of the years. Of course, they'll go, for other females as well. I just found them to be more inclined to pursue the first female that they've come in contact with. So I built 4,000-gallon pond for all of the turtles to live in and be happy and merry. And when turtles are happy and merry, they do R-rated turtle activities, and that is what happened with Mr. Pancake and Miss Bean. When I first built the pond, I didn't have that many turtles, so the two of them were two peas in a pod. He would chase her around 24/7. He wanted not much to do with any of the other ladies. He was primarily focused on her. He was paired. They were pretty much two peas in a pod. She could not care less about him or him pursuing her. She really didn't mind, and he was just obsessed with her. Whenever they were together in the pond, he would chase her around, follow her into the mini pond, follow her up on land, and that was particularly shown in the spring and the fall, which is when breeding season is for the terrapins. He was head over heels. She was super young, only 3 years old, and I didn't think that she was capable of having eggs, and I thought nothing will come of it. Pancake, her boyfriend, was super young, and he was a male, only 3 years old. I thought, if she's laying eggs, she's a first-time mom. They're usually not all that fertile. Usually they won't even hatch. And sure enough, 2 months later, after a hurricane, I was picking up baby turtles all around the pond. And that was one of the coolest things and one of the best days is when you go out to the pond and it's, I missed some eggs, and there are little baby terrapins crawling around. So I had to take him out of the pond after a year and a half because the second time that he drowned, he had what's called a prolapse. So all of his insides came out. He was pretty much dead. And then I had to have him stitched back up and all of his insides pushed back in, stitched by the vet. And then I left him in the pond and there was no issues. But 3 months later, he ate a rock. And in trying to pass that rock, he prolapsed again. I had to resuscitate him and nurse him back to health. So I think that that's kind of crazy that he was able to come back to life twice. So I couldn't take that risk by keeping him in the pond anymore. I put them back together for a little bit, but after that, he was no longer allowed in the pond, sadly. They were separated, and they still are to this day.